Welcome back, guys. This is episode 5 of the Minecraft playthrough, let's play, random live commentary session. I honestly have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I'm completely at a loss, but I do need to find some food. Okay. Nope. I should have some somewhere around here. Let's see. Put that there, this here. Yeah. Let's make some wood. Make a sword here. So how are you all doing today? I really wish I had something to talk about. I really do, because I feel like I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and all these damn spiders. I have no particular thing to talk about, so we're gonna find a topic here. Topic of the day. First, I'm gonna slay this pig. So random news, MLG Orlando is coming up. A couple big names are coming. And when I say a couple, I mean a lot of big name people are supposed to be coming. I don't know if I'm gonna go. I'm still debating it. I mean, I'd like to go, but it's kind of one of those things like playing an online game. It's a lot more fun when someone else is with you. Oh, thank God, finally found some coal. Yeah, it's a lot more fun when you have people there with you. So I don't know if I exactly want to go alone, so alone. But for those of you that don't know, MLG events are held across country. They usually have 3 or 4 events in certain areas. Oh, finally iron too. And it's just a random pro players playing certain games. Usually it's stuff like StarCraft. StarCraft, Call of Duty now, or at least Black Ops. Can I eat the raw pork? No. And it's just pro players basically gaming with fans. And when I say gaming with fans, I don't mean that they're actually playing with the fans. They're actually playing live. You know what you see going on in the game is what is actually going on. there usually isn't a whole lot of fan participation per se, especially for stuff like StarCraft and everything, because give me a pig. Because the actual I guess you could say event holders, the whole MLG circuit, they're trying to make gaming into more of a competitive sport and for people to take it seriously, which I think they should, because if some of you, or as some of you might realize, gaming is not easy, especially when you do it under pressure, like you have tons of people watching or something. It's pretty damn difficult, and to be, gaming with, let's say, 20, not even 20, it's like hundreds of people watching you. It's pretty stressful. Oh, I didn't want to do that. Time to leave. Oh, I did find lava though. So, being able to make it more mainstream in the sense of they want to organize it like an actual event. So all the StarCraft players are in like a soundproof booth. That way, when the announcers are talking about certain things, they're not actually distracting any of the players. Like Call of Duty and stuff is set up on a 4-on-4 tournament scale. There isn't there is no official, I guess, I don't want to say sanctioning, but like there's no like fouls or anything like that. You can MLG rules, if I'm not mistaken, follow like game battles rules, so there isn't a super ton of stuff you have to do in the sense of getting everything ready. There's just certain things you can't use, like I remember you can't use, I know in GB you can't use like FAMAS and rapid fire and small stuff like that, but you are given the ability to use random classes, if I'm not mistaken. The classes are unlimited, and I need to get home. Yeah, the classes, they don't have to be any particular thing. Like I said, I know for sure you can't use a FAMAS in GB. I'm not sure about MLG. I know that you can't, I want to say there's no noob tubing either. I've never really seen anybody tube in any MLG event. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing. So yeah, that's coming up. Good amount of YouTubers are supposedly supposed to come. A lot of the bigger named shoutcasters are supposed to be here too. Are they coming? I'm not sure. Like I said, they're supposed to be, so I would think they would, but I don't make any promises. Oh, I had food here the whole time. Nom 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 nom. What else is going on in the world? I don't know. You guys tell me. I'd really like to hear what you guys would like me to talk about. what random things are going on in your guys' world. I don't have any particular things to discuss or talk about, you know, so I'm more than willing to strike up a conversation with you guys. I don't have a crafting bench in here. Oh, that's what I was gonna do. Another, I guess, big thing. I don't know. I wouldn't call it a big thing, but all the PAX stuff is supposed to be happening. Well, you know, that's actually next year. So, this is actually a good question. Have you guys ever been to any of these events? Any of these like PAX events or anything like that? I have not. I have gone to one MLG event in Orlando one time, and it was pretty fun. It's really weird because it's kind of like it's kind of like the people you wouldn't really necessarily think of seeing there go there. Like, I've seen some bigger commentators go to some of the events, even ones that don't seem like they would be interested in the competitive end. Oh, I lose the bucket too? Oh, that's gay. Oh well. So it's a good event. I mean, if you guys can go, by all means, go to any of these events. You know, like any of the PAX. You know, like PAX East, PAX Prime, all that. Any of the conventions, because for the most part they're really fun. They do what am I trying to say here? They are really a good chance or a good way for people to meet other commentators or anything like that. So it's just all around good fun. And if you ever have the chance to contact any big name YouTube or anything like that, one thing I do recommend is don't be afraid to talk to them, because that's one thing I have learned. You know, they are just like everybody else. They're normal people, so you don't have to worry about, you know, them freaking out or, you know, being like some big celebrity. For the most part, they are really cool with just talking to fans because they see themselves as normal people, like I said. So there's no pressure on them, because what I've noticed, people who do YouTube, they have the thought of, you know, that they're not like other celebrities. And when I say that, I mean that even though they you know, some of them get paid from YouTube and everything like that, for the most part they don't take it as a huge thing. Like they're not like, oh my god, I'm super famous on YouTube and you should, you know, totally respect that and leave me alone. No, for the most part, they're pretty cool in it with everything, and they're like, hey, you know, they're normal people. That's what I'm trying to say in the end. So don't ever be afraid to leave me alone, Chief. Leave me alone, man. They're not ever really afraid to talk to people, or they don't have that the hang-ups of other people, in the sense that they don't feel disrespected, or they don't feel like they're being invaded, I guess, if you go up and just talk to them normally. One thing I do recommend, though, is if you're gonna talk to them, don't spam them with stuff. And this is more on the end of, like, if you email them or anything like that, don't go in there with the thought of promoting yourself. You know, don't go in there trying to boost your YouTube or anything like that, because that's a pretty big no-no. Like, a lot of commentators will actually help you out, but a lot of them will also turn around and they don't appreciate, you know, being lied to, which is what I've noticed, is that if you, like, send a commentator or something and, like, hey, could you check this out for me, 9 times out of 10 they'll be like, yeah, sure, I will check it out. But if they look and you emailed that to 20 people saying, hey, I really appreciate your work, you know, would you mind checking this out for me, they kind of feel like you're trying to screw them. You know, it's like, it's one of those things of, you seem like an ass if you're asking for them to check it out or possibly give you a shout out or anything like that, and that you really appreciate their work, and you've sent that same message to, you know, 10 other YouTubers. So all in all, just, you know, be cool about it. 9 times out of 10 they'll help you out, or check out your stuff, and they'll be more than willing to give you any feedback they can. On the other end, if they can't, which it has happened, you know, a lot of these guys, they do a lot of stuff for different things, like machinima and stuff like that, or, you know, they have their own personal lives and everything like that. You have to also understand, if they can get to it, don't get mad at them. It's not a thing if they hate you. It just could be a thing if they can't. They don't have the time. A good example is someone like C-Nanners. I actually sent him a message one time to check out one of my videos, and he sent me a message back, and he said, I'd love to, but I can't. And this was at one point when Machinima was really starting to kick off the growth, and everyone was trying to apply to be a director and everything like that and get partnered. And so although it sucked that he couldn't look at my stuff, I mean, I totally understood where he was coming from, in the sense that I'm not gonna get mad because he's got a job to do. I mean, you gotta look at it from that end. He's got things that he has to do to maintain his position, so you can't really fault the person for not being able to do everything. I just want to have you guys keep that in mind, that a lot of people who do this, some do it for a hobby and they don't really care. Others, this is what they do. I mean, I know it sounds silly, but this is their livelihood. So you can't fault them or get mad at them for doing certain things, because that's just not what they do. I mean, it's not them. They have no control over, or well, they do have control over, but they can't. It's not that they can't be bothered, but it's really difficult for them to have to. It's basically like, you're telling someone who's working on a job, oh, by the way, would you mind doing this and this and this, and taking time out of your job to help me. And it's like, although that seems like that's not a crazy concept, it's pretty difficult to do. And I'll just keep these with me. I will shoot you, egg. Yeah, that's what I thought. Do I have any iron left? Excuse me. So yeah, if you do want to contact any big name YouTuber, by all means, go ahead. They're more than willing to help out, but don't get crazy with it. Don't get mad if someone can't help you out. And since YouTube is for the most part a community, even though it's been turned into a business, it is a community still. Try going to any of these big events if you can. That way it helps, helps you actually become more familiar with people who are associated with some of the things you like. Someone's channel, you can figure out who they are, what they do. It brings the community closer together, in a sense. It makes it gives you the ability to actually see who these people are face to face, and it helps you meet new people, and that's always good. Meeting new people is always fun. Don't if you have if you're a rather introverted person or you're pretty shy, I'm not gonna say I don't recommend doing YouTube, but you should seriously consider, or you should seriously think about that point, because although it doesn't seem like it, a lot of YouTube is connecting with people and dealing with people, so you have to be prepared for that. And how do we get back on the YouTube subject? I thought I ended that. Oh. You guys aren't gonna hate me, right? No? I didn't think so. It's cool. I love one-sided conversations. You know why? You never lose. But yeah, you should think about what you're doing, because, like I said, YouTube's a fickle mistress, and you're gonna have to deal with a lot of people, a lot of crazy people. So you gotta be prepared for all that. Dealing with some rough and tumble people. And having all that exposure, basically, having FaceTime, for lack of a better term, because over time people will get to know you, just like you all may notice you've gotten to know some of the people that you like indirectly through their videos. Like you've never met them in person, but you feel like you know them because of their videos, and it's a good place to be. It's always a good thing, so just be prepared. I promise this will be the last time I talk too much about YouTube. Or at least I'll try to. Drama may come up here and there, but for the most part, this should be it. So, as always, leave any comments or feedback in the video. If you want me to talk about anything, leave it in a comment and I'll go over it. If you have any questions that you'd like me to answer, by all means, let me know, because doing live commentaries is hard unless you have something pertinent that you need to talk about, which I usually don't. I'm pretty much flying by the seat of my pants 9 times out of 10. So, yeah. So, I'm gonna call it a day, and I will see you guys next time. Oh, by the way, this is my character. It's Deathscythe from Gundam. Yeah. Yeah. But, yeah, hook in the wall. I will see you guys later. Deuces.